Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. Today is Wednesday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo today. So, thank you very much for watching. So, today, the last part three of how to help your buyers win their offers, strategies, and how to do that. So, the last five. And again, these weren't in any specific order. There isn't one more important than the other. There's some that are important, but it's just getting them all together, and you might be in situations where you have to use some of them or all of them, or just at least keep these in mind when you're presenting your offers or before you present your offers. So, number 11 or one today is about mortgage companies and how that matters. So, the mortgage company your buyer chooses can matter. Again, financially, it doesn't matter. From ABC Mortgage, Key Bank, Fifth Third Bank, Quicken Loans. Again, to a seller, the dollar amount's the dollar amount on that. Outside of FHA or VA, sometimes the costs are a little bit different, just minimal, but the dollar amount of what you're buying and is the same. So, and not getting into FHA, VA, and requirements for condition of the home and inspections. Not getting into that. Just talking money and offers. So, where you're getting your loan from matters, because if that listing agent has 2 offers, 5 offers, they're almost identical, that could mean where putting you ahead, because that listing agent is comfortable and knows that mortgage company. So you got to at least sell that mortgage company, if it's not a familiar local company, to that listing agent. Also, you could actually ask your buyers if they're dead set. Like, I love this company. I've used them before in the past. They're not local. They're from wherever. Then you could also ask them. You could get 2 pre-approval letters. There's nothing stopping you from getting 2 pre-approval letters. That might even show the listing agent more. This is how approved they are. We double checked it. They're going through. They have 2 lenders that they're pre-approved from, and we're going to see who could do it faster and order the appraisal faster. Whatever makes the deal go quicker. So that's always an option. Also, you could get your loan officer involved in this. You can have the loan officer say, please, can you make an introduction to the listing agent to let them know that you are there, you are helpful, you're available nights and weekends, you're going to be on the ball, because any agent that's been in the business a while all has mortgage company and loan officer horror stories of not communicating, not getting things done, blaming other people, and we all have those stories of the mortgage company and loan officer that dropped the ball. So, with that loan officer getting involved, saying an introduction, sorry about my phone going off there, is also a very good sign of communication throughout the sale. Next is think payments, not the price of the house. A payment, again, I'm just giving you my round numbers with the interest rates now. For every $1,000, it's like $3 or $4 a month. Of course, if you want to know this exact amount, have the lender, the loan officer, explain to you. It's like, if they go up every $1,000, they go up in price. The buyer, how much it is in payment, because your down payment's not going to change much. Imagine if it's $1,000 more, and they're putting 10% down. What's the math? It's $100. $100 more down payment, and the purchase price goes, or the payment goes up $3 a month. I've seen buyers and sellers argue over $1,000, and I tell agents, let your buyers know this. It's not $1,000 sometimes. It's a way you look at it. If you're going to live in this house 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, this is the house of your dreams. You're going to raise your family. You don't even know if you're ever going to leave your house. And then to someone to argue over $1,000, you have no idea what the value is going to be someday. This is not like buying a car. And also the crazy thing, I'm going to just little off topic of what we pay for cars. We're paying 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000. I'm just going over just day-to-day cars. We're not telling crazy numbers for cars. But you know why they could convince us as consumers to buy a car that's $50,000 that should be worth $20,000 is because of payment and financing and leasing and and that, because they get us on payment, not on who. I don't know anybody out there. Well, I'm sure a lot of people. Anybody writing a check for their car? Like, I'm gonna write a check. For some reason, we have no problem buying a house and putting $30,000, $40,000 down, but no one seems to ever want to buy a car cash on that, because we know it's a bad investment. We know the value's going down, whatever. But not to get off topic, but think payment, not price, depending upon that. And also, I also really push agents to tell their buyers, when you're buying the house that you're going to live in, your primary residence, you're going to be there a while. This is a great investment. The values usually go up. We have historically times where the values have come down, but think payment, not value, because you're not buying this for an investment. You are buying it, and hopefully it goes up in value, but you're buying it because this is your home, your primary residence, where you're going to live, and great times and family. There's a lot more to a home than just value. There's priceless things that happen in a home, and would your buyer want to lose out on it for $3 a month and $100 more in down payment? So think about that. Explain that to them. Have their loan officer explain that to them. And you could just do the math. 10,000 more. Someone says, I am not paying 10,000 more. So you don't want to pay $1,000 more down payment, and that'll be $30 a month to lose the house that you're going to raise your family in, and you fell in love with, and you want this house, and you don't know when the next one's going to come on the market. So these are things that I think agents should have a conversation with their buyer with that. Number 13 is love letters. Love letters. What I'm referring to is letters about the buyers to the sellers to sell them on selling them the house and what great people those buyers are. Also, this is very important. Are you paying attention? Paying attention, because it hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen soon in a bad way. All right, got your attention. Something's bad that's going to happen to an agent someday for love letters. Maybe lose their license, get in trouble, or worse. You know what that is? Fair housing. Fair housing. A lot of agents are writing these letters for their buyers, about their buyers. I won't go into detail, I'm not coming up with scenarios on what could go bad, but there could be, can't guarantee, fair housing issues, because you are writing this about your buyer and trying to sell it to a seller. So how to avoid that? My suggestion, I'm not an attorney, I'm just giving you my personal opinion as a broker, as an owner of an office, what I'm telling our agents, especially Century 21 Homes agents, let your buyers write them. Because also there could be confusion in the message. If your buyer says, say this about this, say that about this, this about us, then you send the letter in. They go, oh, you should have said this, or you shouldn't have said that, or you shouldn't have done this. I've seen letters with pictures of the family in agents creating these. So my suggestion is coach or advise your buyers to write something about themselves, things that they would want the sellers to know of how much they might love the house or their family and or themselves or things like that. So you can't tell them what to write. You could kind of give them ideas of what you might think they should write in general of things, but they have to write it with their own hand, because there could be some fair housing issues there if you write it and say certain things about a buyer or don't say certain things about a buyer. It could be an issue. I know it's going to happen someday. Hope it never happens to anybody watching this video. So think about that. Love letters. Number 14, be nice to everyone. Be nice to everyone, especially the listing agent. They want to make sure that the job of the listing agent is to make sure a good offer comes in. They make sure they're helping their seller pick the right offer for them. They make it convenient, the right cost, the right terms, and easy and for their sellers and smooth. I've seen buyer's agent just try to force their way in, demanding things, not being nice, texting, emailing, calling, and being overall pain about getting into the house, whatever. I know but you've got to have that fine line of being too pushy, to whatever attitude that some agents may have sometimes when they're frustrated because it's a crazy market and they want to help their buyer and things are going fast and multiple offers. It's stressful. It's very stressful. So be nice to everyone. And remember, I'm going to go off on a little tangent here. Your reputation goes like wildfire. So what I mean by that is that every agent that's been in the business several years, decades, has a list, not a really physical list. I hope you don't have a physical list, but just has experiences with certain agents in certain situations and things don't go right. And I know that affects their buyers the next time those agents have to have an offer together. There's agents that have, and then it's a gray area. What I explained to this, I have agents that ask me several times a year, is that do I have to disclose to my seller that I had this offer with this agent on another house and it fell through because the buyers weren't really pre-approved and they brought someone that wasn't. And that happened to me 3 times with that agent over the past, and everything keeps falling apart. Or this mortgage company that they use, every time I've had a buyer with this mortgage company, there's been problems after problems after problems. Do I disclose that to my sellers? Now, that's kind of a gray area. Honestly, I'm a broker. I'm an owner. It's kind of a gray area, but I feel, again, my opinion, check if you're not with Century 21 Homestar and you're with another office, check with your broker, your manager, their office policies. But here, our policy is that you disclose. If you know something that could affect an offer, you disclose the history that you may have had with that mortgage company, with that agent, whatever. You can disclose that to your seller. You should, because you don't want those same things to happen. If it was one time, maybe it was an isolated incident, but there's sometimes many. Anybody raising their hand, any agent watching this, been in business a long time, raising your hand, go, yes, it's that company, that mortgage company, every time, that loan officer, that agent, that it's several times. It always had that kind of happen. So to all the new agents watching this, your reputation on how you handle yourself can affect your future business to when you are bringing in offers to that same agent again. So make sure you're nice to everybody, even if you don't get the offer. I've had agents screaming at the other agent, whatever reason. I'm not going to go into too many details about that, but some of you watch this might go, yes, that one agent screamed at me because their buyer didn't get it, and I didn't handpick the offer. It's just we presented them all. So how you walk out the room, how you lose the offer, thank that agent for the opportunity, whatever. I know some agents hate doing that, but be nice to everybody because you don't know when the next offer will be. All of a sudden they get another listing down the street, one of the neighbors' houses, and then you just ruin the relationship with this offer. And last is part of what I was just saying, have the right attitude. Have the right attitude that you're going to help your buyers. You have to have the mindset. You have to have the patience. You have to have the calmness. You have to have the professionalism, because I've seen good and bad agents having the right attitude and calm and professional, talking to the agent, being nice to everybody, having the loan officer in line, have the love letters, have everything in line, and giving it their all, and sometimes it doesn't work. And then I have had agents that are just as emotional as their buyer is. You don't want, again, a bad comparison. I know I'm just going to say it, bad comparison, but You don't want to have your surgeon or your doctor all excited, oh my God, because you're stressed out about what's going on. You want a calm, collective, professional someone, don't worry, we're going to get this done. We're going to try our best. We're going to do this. And I've seen agents get their emotions way too high, and it could negatively affect the possibility of your buyer going there. So be nice, be professional, have everything in order, go through this list of things that can help your buyers win these offers, and have everything ready and give it your best shot. Because one little thing could put yours ahead or put it below, because there's only so many numbers and there's only so many dates. There's only so much money that could go up. There's going to be people that have the same offer as you or the same number as you. There's going to be several offers that are going to have the same terms, inspections, dates, and possession. They're going to have the same. So there's all these little things: paying closing costs, being nice, having the loan officer call them, having a love letter, having pay closing costs for the seller, having them clean out the house, saying, "Hey, we'll take any furniture or anything that you don't want have to worry about," because sometimes there's estates, sometimes there's people moving out of the country, some people moving out of the state, and they're like, "I got to find somewhere, I got to find out where to donate this stuff or where to give it." So, you can make it whatever makes it easier for the sellers on that. So think about these things, these 15 things over the last 3 videos. But remember, Century 21 Homes are agents. Before you write an offer, you're welcome to call me, text me, email me, we'll set some time, and we'll brainstorm. We'll figure out what's the best way for your buyer, and research a little bit about the seller and the other agent, and find out what's best for everybody to get your buyers to win these offers and ahead of anybody else. Because every situation, every listing, every agent, every buyer, every seller is different. So you can't just do it all the same. You got to figure out what's best there. So that's it for today. Have a happy Wednesday, a Cinco de Mayo. And remember, use me as a resource. Call, text, email me anytime. I'll set the time aside and help you with whatever you need. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow at noon. Bye-bye.